Hi, everybody. Welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sideline. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Miami, third best record here in the early going. And, of course, the Wizards. Right now, quite a ways down below. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And now Washington's starting group. Keyshawn George is out there with Song. Then it's Coulibaly. Then there's Carlton Carrington. And it's Cross in at the 3. 6 to shoot from 13. It's hauled in by the Heat. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
ADB, over the last several years, wins have been hard to come by for the Washington Wizards.
Kevin, it blows me away that this organization has not had a winning season since 2018, and they haven't won 50 games since 1979. Let's hope their young, inspiring draft picks are building into a good young core.
Now, Hero. His last outing, he had 18 points.
And the playmaking ability of Hero, special. Outstanding pass there off that pick and roll.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Sarr with a screen on Powell. Here's Cross. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Jovic passes to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. And Sarr pulls it down.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Fades and shoots, and it's Miami with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Pass to Carrington. To the left side wing. Sarr. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And stolen by Song. Looking for George. He gets it there. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Jovic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
Here's Coulibaly. Scoreless thus far.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Mitchell looking it over. Takes the 3. He can't get that one. The Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Song. Coulibaly with the screen for George. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Hero. Jaquez finds Powell. Here's Jovic. The 3. And no good that time. Here's Carrington. Covered by Mitchell. And it's George finishing it off.
What a pretty pass by Bub Carrington, reading the court beautifully.
The Heat trail by 6. Now Hero. No scoring in this one. Here's Powell. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. We have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here to balance out.
Jaquez the pass to Mitchell. Here's Jovic, covered by Sarr. Pass to Jovic. Off target from three-point range. Wizards leading by 4. Powell with the steal. Trying to find Jaquez. Gets it to him. It's deflected.
Terrific awareness by Alex Sarr. That is protecting your rim, folks.
Count that one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Jaquez outside. Down low. Intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Koulibaly. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go!
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Whitmore, he's checked in for the Wizards. Johnson comes in for Carlton Carrington. Here's Jonas. He's defended by Koulibaly.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now here's Johnson. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Holiday. Shot by Johnson, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Count that bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And the big fella, Alex Sarr, showing promise. Greg, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
Pass to Whitmore. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. A nice shot by George.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Wiggins. There's the pick. From the arc. Rebound, Washington. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page. Easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Screen by Wiggins. The shot by Jonas, no good. Wizards leading by 10. The Wizards working the ball around now. George passes to Sarr. And here is Johnson. Launches a 3. And it's Whitmore missing. Inside. Here's Wiggins. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Washington.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got Corey Kispert. Johnson is out there with Kevin Porter. Then there's Whitmore. The Heat trail by 7 to the middle and stolen by Whitmore. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. Kicks it out to Johnson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the ring.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the Wizards making a change here. Vukcevic is checked in. Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
So it's the Wizards now. Norman Powell unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Whitmore. Pass to Kispert. Good on the triple. And the Wizards lead by 13.
Oh, my goodness. There are just certain guys that are so dangerous off the catch. Kispert, one of those people.
Here's Wiggins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
Now Whitmore. High post Johnson. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. For 3, Kispert. Miami grabs the miss. Murray left side. Pass to Holiday. Wiggins surveying the floor. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Kispert.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Whitmore finds Johnson. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Johnson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back over to you, Kevin.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. change here. Heroes checked in. And let's now take a look at the NBA Cup standings as the group stage winds down.
And it gives us a pretty good idea of who we're going to see in the knockout phase. It's been a terrific competition so far, and I think it's only going to get better when we get into that single elimination scenario.
Powell, the pass to Wiggins. And that one, good. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
Well, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
Pass to Whitmore. And the three off target. The Heat trail by 11. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the inside. Wiggins. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Wiggins has got 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Whitmore. And the three ball is good. And the Wizards lead by 12.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Hero against Johnson. And stolen by Whitmore. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. He gets it in there.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Heat with some changes. Nikola Jovic just checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Murray. And it's Mitchell in for Drew Holiday. And a change for the Wizards. George is checked in. On the free throw, no good. The Heat trail by 14. Jaquez the pass to Pop. There's a screen. Pocket 6. Mitchell in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing, Carrington, covered by Mitchell. On the wing, Whitmore. George sets a screen for Whitmore. Into the... that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, Hero. He has yet to score. Pass to Mitchell. Powell for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Now, Norman Powell knows his role, and that is to be aggressive on the offensive end. Great job drawing contact.
Miami shooting their first free throws here tonight.
For the administration of the free throws, the player was fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer, and he will have 3 free throws.
First one falls for him.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Coulibaly, he's checked in for Whitmore. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
Make some noise, fans, for your Heat Winter Dance crew.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Cam Whitmore.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact honest with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Here's Carrington. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now Hero trailing by 10. Here's Powell. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Powell against George. Coulibaly with a screen on Powell. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, Coulibaly can elevate, folks. That vertical is legit.
Powell outside. They get it back. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. With Bilal Coulibaly.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
And so it's Washington with it after Tyler Hero's miss. Sarr gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Mitchell. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Misses the 3. Wizards leading by 14. Carrington with the ball. Still scoreless.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Now here's Wiggins. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
To the paint. Here's Sarr. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 6. The offensive rebound, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wiggins has got 8 points here in this quarter. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Holiday out there with Hero. Then there's Murray. Then there's Powell. And it's Wiggins in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Drills the 3-pointer.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Powell with the drive. And the shot goes in. Powell's got 12 points here in the second half.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, gritty play.
They set the screen. Pass to Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Hero. Johnson can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hero, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Porter against Holiday. Johnson up top. Rebound by the Heat. Hero's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Porter. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Hero. And Holiday kicks to Murray. Powell dishes to Wiggins. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Boy, more points on the board for Wiggins. How about this guy? This is a memorable night.
Johnson down low. He's covered by Hero. Hero against Johnson. Great D that time from Hero.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Powell feeling it out a bit. Murray outside. Here's Hero. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And the Heat with some changes. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Murray. And it's Mitchell in for Drew Holiday. And a switcher also for Washington. Vukcevic is checked in. Johnson against Hero. A shot by Johnson, no good. Jovic passes to Mitchell. Here's Jovic. Pass to Mitchell. The tray. Porter pulls it in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Powell with the steal. Back to Mitchell. Here's the 3. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. Pass to Kispert. Nice ball movement by Washington. Trying to get something going. Rebound by the Heat.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Mitchell finds Powell. Takes it inside. Here's Jovic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Washington.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And, Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Alex Zong.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them. It was the efficiency with which he did it.
Count it.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Vukcevic.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Mitchell wide open. No good from outside.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
And it's Kispert in the corner. Johnson outside. Pass to Kispert. Now here's Johnson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so it's Washington easy.